Well, welcome back to London, and of course the main event Saturday night at the O2 Arena, live and exclusive on DAZN around the world, not pay-per-view, available to subscribers. An unbelievable night of heavyweight boxing. Of course, the main event, Anthony Joshua against Robert Helenius, and a huge heavyweight undercard as well. It's been a challenging few days, and I particularly want to thank the two men to my right and left. Of course, Anthony Joshua, who stayed focused, put 12 weeks of hard work into this camp and was desperate to fight on Saturday night, to progress his career, to showcase the hard work that took place. And Robert Helenius, who accepted the challenge, accepted the call, has a good team of people around him. We knew wouldn't mess around. We knew he was fit. He just boxed at the weekend. We knew he would come to fight. We knew he would try to win. And we have an important heavyweight fight on Saturday night at the O2. Also want to thank, of course, our broadcast partners, DAZN. I've been here before in this situation. It's a very difficult situation, and to take the event off pay-per-view and make sure that they pay a rights fee instead to give subscribers value for money, to give Anthony Joshua the fight, to make sure that everybody on the undercard can fight on Saturday and get paid for their work over the 10, 12 weeks of camp, means a lot to us. And congratulations to all DAZN subscribers around the world. You're in for a real treat on Saturday night, and to those who haven't subscribed, please do so, because you're going to get every bit of value on Saturday. So Alfie, that's your little big up, and over to you for a big night for you guys, and massive value ahead of a huge schedule this year.
Yeah, 100%. Thanks, Eddie, and thanks everyone for joining us here today. Look, we were obviously very disappointed from the news on Saturday, but we move forward, and here we are in London. Fight week, AJ fight week, and everybody knows when AJ fights, it's a huge event. I just want to pause and echo your points there, and just quickly thank our great partners, Anthony, Freddie, everyone at 258, obviously Frank and Eddie, Matchroom, the teams at DAZN working tirelessly behind the scenes to make sure that this event goes to plan and goes ahead on Saturday as planned. And it is, and we're here. And as you say, Robert Helenius, tough opponent. He's clearly very game. He's been in with some of the best in the division, and he's here to spoil the party. So, you know, the O2 will be full on Saturday. To your point, the undercard is, I think, incredibly strong, especially some very strong heavyweight dust-ups in there, which I can't wait to see myself. And to your point there, you know, we've moved quickly, and this fight is now part of your DAZN subscription, no additional pay-per-view charge there. So it's fantastic value with lots more to come. That's all to say, really. I mean, it's AJ Fight Week. His journey continues. We all can't wait to see how it moves. Thank you to everyone, and make sure you tune in live on Saturday on DAZN.
Thank you, Alfie. We go to Team Helenius. Marcus, welcome back. You know, when this all unfolded on Saturday night, I got a call from Mike Barreo, your lawyer, and just saying, look, we fight in 2 hours' time. Yeah. We want to fight AJ next week. And, you know, whether the worlds aligned, whatever they did, you came through with a good victory on Saturday. And this Saturday, just a few days away, you prepared to fight Anthony Joshua at the O2. Strange turn of events, but what an opportunity for your man.
Absolutely. Massive opportunity. And, I mean, when do you get this close call in 1 week, and you come off a camp and you're in shape, and yeah, everything's just falling into place.
Obviously, it was important to get that victory on Saturday. It was a routine win as well, but good to actually do the ring walk, get the victory, knock someone out. And you guys come into this fight with confidence. I know some feel there's question marks over Anthony Joshua, but you know what victory would do for Robert's career, his life on Saturday night.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll mean everything.
Robert, welcome. We know you're a great pro. You fought some of the very best in the world. This opportunity, subject to the negotiations where we got to in the end, was one that you were absolutely not letting slip. Massive moment for you on Saturday.
Yeah, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Yeah, this fight offer came to me after my fight. 5 minutes after my fight, I was going on a vacation with my family, but not anymore. Here we are. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. And luckily, we had a good training camp behind us, so I feel ready.
One of the reasons that we wanted to take the fight is, one, we know that you're a real fighter, but also that you're in shape no excuses at the same time. This isn't a case of, oh, I only got the call Saturday. You've been in training camp. You boxed on Saturday. You're ready to fight.
Yeah, I'm ready to fight. That's why I'm here. I wouldn't. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
This man to my right, you've shared rounds before in sparring. I know you respect each other.
I respect him, yeah.
Two
he's
big, strong heavyweights who can really punch.
Yeah.
Going to be a hell of a fight.
It's going to be glorious.
And you believe you're not here to make up the numbers. You believe you win this fight. You win this fight, all of a sudden, the Wilder fight, the Usyk fight, the Fury fight, they're all there for you.
Exactly. No, I've been chasing the World Championship for, I think, 15 years. And when you get this big of an opportunity, you can't let it slip. And I will give everything in my power to win this fight.
And that's the message as well. I know a lot of Finnish fans as well will be tuning in on the zone as well, but a massive moment for your country.
It was big news in Finland as well. So
I can imagine. Yeah. But to the fans here that see a fighter coming in at 1 week's notice, you assure them you will give everything.
Exactly, I assure you all.
Thank you, Robert. Derek, not what we expected, but you've been around long enough to know this can happen and you've got to be ready for anything. Your thoughts when the news come about fighting in general, all the word out of camp is that this has been a tremendous camp and this guy ready to fight on Saturday.
Well, just finding it out, it was a little, you get it and you realize it and you have to move forward. And it was all about, after that it was about Robert Helenius, who was a pretty good fighter, and you'll see everything that AJ's been able to work on throughout camp and implement into this game.
He seems very happy. When I came to Dallas, he seems to be gelling with you very well. You echo that as well. Obviously, only one fight together before with Jermaine Franklin. It was a fast turnaround, but this time done some great work and made some big progress.
But this time we had a little bit more time. I mean, he came a little earlier. We had a month and a half before we went to Vegas and trained. So it was all good. It's all about a process, and he's bought into the process, and we're constantly getting better and better and better. And so Helenius is here, and it's time for us to implement everything we've been working on.
From a style perspective, different to Dillian Whyte, a much smaller fighter who likes to come in, low and shoulder roll a little bit at times. And this is a big, tall, stand-up heavyweight. A lot of people feel like that's a good style for AJ as well. But two big men, going to be an interesting heavyweight matchup.
I think the only thing different was that the fact you have to change the trajectory of the punching, so shorter, lower. So now it's a little higher because I think Helenius was 6'9", 6'8". So, but it's good though. It'll be good. It'll show his ability to transition from fighting one guy and finding out a week later, fight another guy. So you'll see.
AJ, been an interesting week. You kept yourself nice and tucked away, nice and quiet. Let the teams do their work. And when you found out about this, you messaged me to say, sorry, I know how hard Matchroom worked for this. We were all thinking about you, how you were feeling, what you wanted to do. Yeah. I didn't know what the reaction would necessarily be. It was definitely the one that I hoped for, which is, no, I've put the work in. I'm ready to fight on Saturday.
Yeah, so I also looked at the undercard as well, and I know how much it means for them to compete. I know how hard you guys work, not only you, I know all of your backroom staff as well, so I didn't want to let anyone down, my coach, etc., the zone. So it's kind of like a responsibility. Late replacements aren't ideal, but I'd say this is the third time it's happened. We had it with Kubrat Pulev and Takam, Jarrell Miller, Ruiz, now this situation. So this is what happens. A long career will present these type of obstacles, and I've just got to get used to them. So yeah, this is just another rock in my shoe towards the top of the mountain.
It's been a long time since you faced a tall, stand-up heavyweight, 6'9", someone that's bigger than you as well. Sometimes those late replacements have been a style that maybe are less suited, but looking forward to a matchup with a big, tall, strong heavyweight on Saturday.
Yeah, for sure. The principle still remains the same, is worry about myself. And we spar, like Helenius, we've shared the ring together years ago though, sparring as well, but we shared the ring together. And I've sparred so many people, different styles, I've competed with so many styles. And the objective remains the same, is victory. The objective remains the same, is victory by any means. And, there's no overtime in boxing, so I've got to be on my A game and inflict pain to get the victory.
I know that, you're always positive in camp, but a lot of the feedback I get comes from people around camp, and the genuine feedback this time around is we're in a great place, physically, mentally. The work has been spot on as well. Was that part of the decision-making process that you want to stay active, you've done the work, you're in great shape, mentally, physically, it's time to fight?
Yeah, so coming off the back of like COVID and stuff, everyone suffered during that period. The whole sport industry slowed down, and now we just want to get some momentum going again. As Derek said, I came out to camp early on this year, and I took some months, but like a couple of weeks back here, maybe a month back in the UK, and I went straight back out to Dallas and just tried to progress on. So no matter what happened, my goal was to continue to fight as many times as possible. Like Helenius, he fought on Saturday, he's doing the right thing. As a fighter, you have to stay busy, you have to stay active, keep on expressing your skill, and that's the only way to improve. Obviously, I haven't been fighting. I fought the start of April, the early start of this year, but I spend a lot of time in the ring. In Dallas, we do a lot of ring work, and that's the closest thing to a fight. So it's not just hitting the bag, shadow boxing and mitts. We do a lot of combat training, so I'm physically ready.
I know in this decision-making process, you were like, whoever, just tell me who, but you do know this gentleman to my left, you've sparred rounds as well, a good heavyweight.
Yeah,
someone that's technically good, awkward, good jab, can punch as well. It's a real fight.
It'd be silly to underestimate Helenius, silly to underestimate anyone. So I've got to take him deadly serious, and credit to him as well. He's coming to roll the dice, he wants to win. As you mentioned, other heavyweights, certain people, obviously finances is a big issue, risk versus reward. But in reality, that's not all there is to this for him. He wants to win, so he's here. So good luck to him, and shout out to everyone in Finland as well. I've been there before, and we're looking to combine UK, Finland, and the rest of the world, bring some good entertainment from the top right to the bottom. The undercard is phenomenal. So yeah, don't miss a fight. Do not miss a fight, because this card is unbelievable.
Yeah, as you said, great night, heavyweight action, particularly as well.
Yeah.
Very few coming back for refunds, because as well, you're in a big fight, but from top to bottom, Chisora, Washington, Dempsey McKean against Philip Hergovich, Harry Armstrong against Johnny Fisher,
That's a great fight.
Campbell Hatton, you're one of your stable mates in a tough fight as well.
Yeah,
as always, it's the old days at the O2, it's a stacked card.
Old days, man, we're bringing it back, we're bringing it back. It's going to be a really good night for sure, and this is what we want to bring. This is entertainment for everyone. It's not just like, I'm coming out to watch Anthony Joshua. Now I'm coming out to watch a Matchroom show. I'm coming out to watch a great night of boxing. So credit to everyone involved in this.
Thank you, AJ. We look forward to a tremendous heavyweight fight. Two very good, very experienced heavyweights. Anthony Joshua will face off against Robert Helenius on Saturday night at the O2, live and exclusive on DAZN around the world. A huge undercard as well. Derek Chisora against Gerald Washington. The IBF mandatory position up for grabs with Philip Hergovich against Dempsey McKean. Johnny Fisher steps up for his first title fight as well. Campbell Hatton takes a big step up against Tom Ansell. Maisie Rose Courtney, George Liddard and Brandon Scott, some of our best prospects in action before the bell. Non-stop from start to finish. Get ready for a huge show on Saturday night. We're going to face off these fighters, and we'll see the media shortly. Thank you.